All right. Welcome everyone to the Waddup WELLO podcast. Thanks for joining me today. Today we have a lot to get into, right? Especially in regards to sports. But first of all, February. Start with a real bang. I mean, we already know what February is celebrated as. We're not going to get into all of that, right? But I talk about the cold front. You feel how the place nice and cold. You go to the road, you see people are put on sweater, people are drafting jacket, right? People are sleeping in pajamas. It's like we have New York in a Jamaica right now. And I personally love it. People say it's too cold and all of that. I have no issues with it. I personally love it. I also like February because February is a time usually when you get like the Grammys, the Oscars, the Super Bowl, the NBA All Star. And this year, February will also include the ICC T20 World Cup. So let me get into that first. So the ICC T20 World Cup is set to begin later this week, February 7th to be exact. And the host nations this year are India and Sri Lanka. So it's a co-host tournament. The thing is though, there's a lot of issues surrounding this tournament, a lot of political grievances, which is crazy. I personally find this thing to be crazy. I can't understand. I never, we're not used to politics or things of that nature creeping into sports this much. But this year, it's hot. What may I tell you, say it's hot. So first of all, Bangladesh. Bangladesh and India are at odds for some reason, some political grievance. I never even know, say, for them things so big. I never know, say, them have that going on. So they're at odds for some reason, right? So they now come to India, to the Indian cricket board and was like, we're not playing no match in India. If it is that we're participating in the World Cup, we'll have to play in Sri Lanka. So the Indian cricket board was like, oh, that's what you think? And the ICC also was like, oh, that's what you think? And they're like, yeah, that's not only what we think, that's what we're going to do. If it is that we can't play our matches in Sri Lanka, we're not going to participate in the tournament. So them say, all right, call the bluff. Them call the bluff. And guess what? Bangladesh say, okay, we're out. ICC say, really? That's what's happening? And they now say, all right, here what we're going to do. We're going to put Scotland in the World Cup in place of you. People, that is crazy. That come like when husband and wife argue about who for pay the bill or something. Husband and wife argue. When brother and sister fight about something and the bluff, somebody call the bluff and the next person, all of that, and then, so it's crazy. But the thing is, I am not so mad at this because Bangladesh happened to be in the group that West Indies is in. So if Bangladesh is out, it means that Scotland now in is a weaker opponent. But then thinking about it now, I realize that Bangladesh always have West Indies card in, for some reason, especially in tournaments. But then Scotland will be a couple of times in the tournaments. So it's like trade black dog for monkey. Or 6-1, half dozen the other. Right? Now, another thing that is happening is Pakistan and India. No, we don't say that always are, right? That a one long time relationship was just always sour. Them type of relationship the way you have the mother and the father, and for some strange reason them at odds, but them share a child, and them have to talk whether them like it or not because them share a child, but them not like each other. Them can't stand each other. That's what India and Pakistan thing is right now. The child is cricket, so them have to play some cricket together. But the thing is, them not like each other. No, Pakistan is now threatening the ICC and the BCCI, which is the Indian Cricket Board, to say, listen, if it is that we are going to participate in this World Cup, we are going to pull out of the India-Pakistan fixture. People, this is big. This is big. Because remember, the India-Pakistan feature is a feature that ICC look forward to. It's a big match in every ICC tournament. Every single ICC tournament there is, them always try and get India for play Pakistan. And the reason being is this. Pakistan and India on a tour. We never get a tour. Not even one match or two match tour. Never get a tour. And it's two talented teams. Always them two teams that always stuck with talent. In fact, my favorite fast bowler, Wasim Akram, is a Pakistani. Always stuck with talent, never been able to tour. And because of this, the ICC always look to these world tournaments now to say, listen, so I'll get a Pakistan Indian feature. So now Pakistan is saying, listen, if we're going to participate in this World Cup, we're not playing a match there. The match the big. The match they pull a whole heap of crowd. Sometimes it pull more crowd than the finals. It pull a whole heap of TV viewership. Right? Whole heap of things around this match. And then now, on top of it, you can have Ravi Sashu who introduce the match on TV, you know. Now, Pakistan v India. Let us go. You know, some always look forward to it. Because it's a match where full of passion. It's a match where full of pride. It's a match where just normally hot. Right? Exciting, really for people there and really for nice and all kind of things. So I look forward to that. But no, this World Cup, that might not happen. But let's see it develop in the next couple of days. There's another thing that really affect me. It just feel like the World Cup are kind of already come up. Like the schedule and all them things they never sort out properly by the ICC. And hear me out. West Indies and South Africa currently have a tour. A T20 tour. It was supposed to be a 5-match T20 tour. However, the 5-match T20 tour has been reduced to a 3-match T20 tour. Why? Because of scheduling conflicts with the World Cup. That just seemed off to me. How is it that a tour has been planned, but now it have a cut short because of a scheduling conflict with the World Cup? That sounds like it never, the ICC and whoever is involved never organized this tournament properly. You know what it feel like? It feel like when Sunday come and you cook your Sunday dinner, but then more people show up at the house than you didn't anticipate. Some people just pop in where you never did know so come. And all of a sudden, your Sunday dinner get cut short. Especially the people in them, because you know, I have a little PTSD from this. You know, you get 2 pieces of chicken on Sunday, but all of a sudden now you have to get 1 piece of chicken because some people just show up at the house so you never expect. And your mother said, don't worry about it, Papa. Next week, we'll make it up to you. It's so it feels to me, it kind of feel already come up to me like the ICC put together this tournament because the World Cup after play this year. And we know that there are several other major T20 tournaments in this year that has to be facilitated throughout the calendar year. So I feel like also a lot of teams are currently in tours. It's a kind of a good thing because you always say then the players are match fit and match ready. But it's also a bad thing because it also means that the players maybe will be a little burnout. You don't want burnout players in the tournament because you want the tournament exciting. You want everybody up on them peak fitness level and firing at all cylinders so every match can be exciting. Some of us have a little worry about that. However, notwithstanding, the tournament must go on and it just look like a good tournament is lined up. When you think of India, usually good batting pitches, spinner play a factor. Spinner especially play a factor down in Sri Lanka. You usually get the slower pitches with spin friendly, so we have to pay attention to that. So any teams where are going to play in those conditions have to be ready. Them have to have their weapons ready in terms of their spinners, and them also the batters have to have in mind say them have to go play a little more patient game in Sri Lanka. However, they can feel good in the fact that if they don't play in India, usually you get belters. You get pitches where the batsman can express themselves, play big shots and all of that. Another thing, do you know that the 2 T20 World Cups that the West Indies have won, which is the 2012 edition, was played in Sri Lanka? West Indies win it. The 2016 edition was played in India, West Indies win that tournament. The 2 times they ever win that tournament. Sri Lanka and India were the hosts. And Darren Sammy happened to be captain on those 2 occasions. No, Darren Sammy is no longer captain, but Darren Sammy is coach. And Darren Sammy can bring back that little vibe there in the team for say, oh, I was there, I was there in 2012, I was there in 2016. And he also played a pivotal role in both finals, by the way, and throughout the tournament, but especially in both finals. So that is a good thing for us. But let me get into the West Indies team that them picked. So them announced a 15-1 squad for the tournament. Let me go through the squad. So Johnson Charles, Rastan Chase, Matthew Ford, Shimran Etmire, Jason Holder, Akil Hussain, Shamar Joseph, Brandon King, Gudakesh Moti, Ravman Powell, Shafin Rutherford, Quinton Sampson, surprise pick, Jaden Seals, and Romario Shepherd, and of course, Captain Shea Hope. No, the squad is not a bad squad. I personally have some grievances with the squad because I feel that Shamar Springer of late has been showing good quality at the depth in terms of the bowling. So win us a match in the Afghanistan series recently, taking a hat trick to win us a game with his depth bowling again. So I feel that his depth bowling form would have made him a selection in this team. I was not honestly not looking to see Quentin Sampson in the team. I know he had a decent CPL, a breakout season, but I just one season that, right? So me feels him could I get some more time for develop, and then we'll bring him into the team. Nonetheless, then bringing him into the team, I don't see when he would start, by the way, unless somebody gets injured or something. Hopefully nothing like that happen. But who knows? Him can be a surprise. But I remember, we have had surprises before. Remember when Badger they go, we never did know that Badger was that great of a bowler. We use him for opening the bowling once, and then he just never stop because he always take wicket in the power play, keep it tight in the power play. So maybe Samson might be a breakout cricketer like that for us. Let's see what happens. My issue with the T20 side is something that them really can't fix right now. The selectors can't fix that. There are no world beaters in this side. There are persons who are on their way there, on the verge of becoming world beaters. You have people like Shimran Etmaya, who am on the verge. But sometimes it's a consistency of Shimran Etmaya problem, And not only the consistency, sometimes just a match awareness thing. You hit 2 sixes already. You already have the amount of runs over the over. You can see out the next ball. I pray a little, be a little more cautious or a little bit more diligent in terms of how you face the next couple ball. Not throw over the wicket because we need you and we need you for carry to the end. But sometimes it's like him just lose concentration. Sometimes him just allow the adrenaline to get the best of him and him just go like that. So when I really have no world beater, Shea Hope is very good. And Shea in white ball cricket especially, right? We know him having struggles in test cricket. Everybody for West Indies for some reason have them struggles in test cricket. Shea Hope is very good. The thing with Shea Hope though, him just have a nice, smooth, calm demeanor. Him not have the West Indian swagger there. You know what I mean? That little Viv Richards thing there. When Viv Richards walk out and him draw the hat and him just a chew the gum. And him just, him have him bat and him just pound it in the wicket. And them type of thing there. And him look on a man and him just, you know what I mean? And when you see me, I say, whoa, that youth look like him I got do some dangerous things. I'm playing with him. Shea Hope not have that type of swag there. When you think about Yellow, him just walk out big and trapped in and, the vibe where the Caribbean man them have, when you think about Bravo them and the whole of them with the dancing and all of them things, when you think about Man and Samuels with just a little face, instead of a little fire there. Shea Hope not have that. But he's a good cricketer. I'm wishing did have a little more than a little Caribbean swagger than a little flair there, because anyone did have that, trust me, people, the opposition would have looked on him different. They would have fear him to be honest, because on his day, him destructive. But it's like him just do the destruction and it not feel like destruction. Sometimes you want a person where when them do the destruction, it just demoralize a team. Him not really have that type of thing about him. But you kind of have it. Pooran has it. But the thing is, as you know, Pooran decides to him go, that's sure they throw in the towel real quick. Right? Him decides to have some kind of thing, other thing for deal other than cricket to him want to focus on in life. So him gone. So that's my issue. Also, the bowling lineup. We don't really have no bowling lineup. Romario Shepherd, come on. You have played a long time now. You can't just be a run scat every day. Right? You can't just be a run scat every day. Moti, may I appeal to you. At one point, you were the top spinner to me in all format to West Indies. You fall off little. I know say you have some problems with the actions, but may I ask you for just kind of tail light, bring it back. Just come back with a vengeance on me, because anyhow you will get it right on these pitches, you're going to be a handful, right? Because we know you have the wrist spin, the spin it both, we know the skill set you possess. So I'm just hoping so you can come good so that West Indies can propel. What are our chances of winning the tournament? 10%. 10%. Listen, India have a piece of team there where India have a team. New Zealand, I think they have some injuries recently, but New Zealand, they can't count them out at any tournament. The thing with New Zealand will always really upset me, you know. They don't play the sexy cricket. Them play very prim and proper cricket. You know, them people that will go to school and them just do them homework and always just prim and proper, reach early for class and all those things. And you just say, you know, I can't deal with that youth, yeah. Right? I saw New Zealand play them cricket. And them always end up in the semi-final or sometimes even final, but them always kind of falter towards the end. South Africa have a good team and all that. Afghanistan are one of them nice teams to watch because them just play how them want to play. Them just give the raw energy, right? Them come like a West Indies team that come from that side there. If you know what I mean. So them good. But honestly, West Indies, I don't say West Indies with all Scotland thing, I think they might make the Super 8, but I don't see them getting past that for reach the semi-finals and definitely not the finals. We're too inconsistent with the batting, right? But I have a starting 11 I think I go work. Let me just run through it. The openers, Brandon King, Shea Hope, Etmaya at number 3. I want to get Etmaya a little time for coming in and settle in and kind of like master, like not necessarily master, but like guide the innings throughout the way, right? And then we all know upon his day he can accelerate and be the best. The thing with Etmaya is just to get that start there. Because usually when him get the start, you can't stop him. So if him can come in at number 3 and power it, Rutherford at number 4. And the thing with Rutherford is that Rutherford is a power hitter, but he need time to get into his innings. So I don't want to bring him at 5 or 6. I want to bring him at number 4 so he can get a little more time. My issue is with Rutherford though. For the life of me, this man cannot play spin. Rutherford, may I beg you, go do some practice. Make more to throw some ball to you. Make Akilo saying throw some ball to you. Try and practice your skill set against spin. Right? Stop hang the bat outside of the half stump. Play straight. Look on the ball and come out of the hand. Stop playing the ball just off of the pitch. Right? And stop playing with that timid thing there. You have a little timid thing where you play against the spin. You play like say you're planning for out or you know say you go out. We can't manage that. So Sheffield Rutherford at 4, Rastan Chase at 5, Ravman Powell at 6, Romario Shepherd at 7, Godakesh Moti at 8, Jason Older at 9, and yes, more Moti back before Jason Older. Shamar Joseph, Akil Hussain. Now, to me, this is the best balanced team that we can put out there because we need the spinners out there, right, because of the conditions we're playing, but we also need some pace, and we know Shamar Joseph bring express pace. Pace man, any wicket is always a good thing, right? It's unsettling. Romario Shepherd and his day, if him get it right, it can be a handful. I'm hoping he has his day more than anything because I'm tired of say Romario Shepherd a bowl and I lock on my TV. I want to see the man go out there and bowl and I say, yeah, I have confidence that this man I go do something and bring it in for West Indies. So that's what I have to say about the Cricket World Cup. And that's how I think about the team. I honestly feel like the team is a decent team, but compared to the rest of the teams, we are mediocre at best. And to be honest, I give the team 10% chance of winning this tournament. But we all know the previous times when West Indies has won this tournament, they didn't go in as favorites, right? They went in as underdogs and look what happened. So I'm hoping, so if we continue to say them not going to do nothing in the tournament, then them actually are going to go on good. I'm hoping. All right. So the next event we want to talk about now in terms of sports is the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 60 is coming up this weekend. Hosted in San Francisco. Right? I love the stadium there. I think it's the Levi Stadium. It's a nice little stadium. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of controversy around the Super Bowl in terms of the halftime performance. Bad Bunny will be performing. People had issues with it. I don't have no issues with it. Right? It's maybe arguably the biggest artist for the past year, and then get the performance. And then it's consistent because the previous Super Bowl, Kendrick was the biggest artist for the year. They didn't get the performance. So I don't see why Bad Bunny can't get the performance. Right? My only concern is I don't know no Spanish. So when I perform, I just have to dance. I don't know what I'm saying. It's so good though. Right? I look forward to his performance. But in terms of the Super Bowl, I want to get into the game. I think it's going to be a very good game. It's two teams that nobody gave. I'm not gonna say nobody, but very little odds were given to these two teams to be in the Super Bowl. And we're talking about the New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks. The last time these two were in the Super Bowl, we know what happened. It was an epic moment, right? It was an epic moment. I'm not getting to that right now, but it was an epic moment. But a couple things I want to zone in on in the Super Bowl is first of all, for the Patriots, their coach, Mike Vrabel, right? Is Vrabel, right? He's a former Patriot player. But he was the coach for the Tennessee Titans and spent 6 years there. Right? He had a decent run with them, to be honest. Right? At that time, he had the team that he had Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry did a run over everybody, right? And coming up on bulldozer and just a run over everybody. You put anything in front of him, just a run over it, or run through it, run around it, but he just did a run. So in his time there, he had 2 AFC South titles. One time he made the AFC Championship, right? However, in 2023 he was sacked, but following a little off season we have that year, and then he went on to spend a year as a consultant with the Browns. So this man had a decent run with a team who, to me, they were never. The Tennessee Titans were a mediocre team, and to me, they used to punch above them weight, right? Yes, then they have the superstar in terms of Derrick Henry, as I said, but it's a team where used to punch above them weight. And this man, as coach, made them relevant every year. Them reach playoffs, the AFC Championship game once, the AFC South title twice, and them let him go. But I'm glad to see this because even though them let him go after him do all of that, the man is now the head coach of a team that is in the Super Bowl, right? And him have a team who have a rookie quarterback, right? And they are now in the Super Bowl. I like this. Make note of these things. Stefan Diggs is another player on the Patriots who I like. When you think of Stefan Diggs, he played for the Bills. Had a good run there. He was a key offensive player for 4 years there, recording 445 receptions for 5,372 yards and 37 touchdowns before he was traded to the Houston Texans in 2024. The man are going good. Them man they used to just run on the flank and just catch everything. Wide receiver, and him not really talk about brisk, swift guy, good hands, and him always a play. He was one of the top wide receivers in the NFL. Still is, by the way. But then time them they really hot. And Josh Allen a fling the ball to him and him a catch and him a run and him a touchdown and him a do him little thing. And they let him go. They let him go and him go 1 year at the Texans and then now him end up at the Patriots. And you see, Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Look at the Seahawks. Sam Darnold, their quarterback. This guy's a very interesting guy now. He started out with the New York Jets. Had some bad seasons there, terrible seasons. But then again, who have the Jets is a losing organization. Nobody really have good seasons there, right? To be honest, then it's just a losing organization. Sometimes I wonder why the NFL just take them out of the thing altogether and bring in some other people, bring in our next team, right? Any team, just bring in our next team to replace the Jets. Went to Minnesota Vikings after that, and he had a breakout year in 2024. He even earned a Pro Bowl spot to show you how good him did play that year there, right? And then he did have a little slack off towards the end of the season, when they missed a couple games. But then the team, the Vikings, decided they're not going to let him go. They're not going to trade him. And the two teams that did have a little slack off towards the end was towards the against the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. So they did have a little bad game, or two little bad positions towards the end of them game, to be honest, where kind of cost the team. And because of them two little things, they start looking on the man in a weird way if you say, I don't think this man is the man to take us to the promised land. Right? When I think simply, him are the one who are going to do it. So now, he's at the Seahawks. So the man who can't take you to the promised land and you will let him go, right? You will let him go because you feel, say, boy, if you let him go, then you can have enough money now to fill out your team. What did the Minnesota Vikings do this year? Nothing. them have Justin Jefferson down their waist, one of the top receivers them in the game. I don't think the ball reached him one time this season. The quarterback can fling the ball. Just Jefferson not get no catch. Him just should have changed his name to run up and down, man. Cause that's how I see him do. The quarterback can't reach him. But you let go Sam Darnold who was fighting him. I know Sam Darnold, the same guy who say can't do nothing for no. The man of the Seahawks in the Super Bowl as their quarterback. The thing we're impressive about Sam Darnold, more point out is that in his class that he was drafted, the 2018 class, do you know that Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, and Lamar Jackson was drafted in that same class? Now, people always talk about Baker Mayfield as somebody who has the potential. Even when he didn't mess up at the Browns and all of that, I look upon him like a person who will see I gonna do something in the future. Josh Allen, nobody ever get me started about him. Everybody talk about him. Sometimes I think him at the second coming of Tom Brady to all them talk about him. And Lamar Jackson, everybody talk about him. These are quarterbacks who we talk about, say, yeah man, these are the guys who are going to dominate the NFL and win the Super Bowls for the next couple of seasons. None of them, man, they never reached the Super Bowl yet. But Sam Darnold, who everybody they count out, in the end of the Super Bowl now. That is crazy. Another player upon the Seahawks, Cooper Kupp. Imagine say this man played for the Rams, have a wonderful year. Wonderful years as a wide receiver for them, right? When the Rams won the Super Bowl for the 2021-2022 season, Cooper Kupp win the MVP for that Super Bowl there. Cooper Kupp. And the Rams them let him go. They make him go on. And you see there, him end up over Seahawks. And what him do? Catch a bunch of balls, run a bunch of touchdowns, and run his way into another Super Bowl. So, Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp, two people with the team them dash way. Them there in the Super Bowl right now. And what is even sweeter is on his way to reaching the Super Bowl, Cooper Kupp actually beat the Rams to get to the Super Bowl. So that is sweet. Why bring up all of this though? Sports, I always think sports is a reflection of life. Sports is a great leveler, right? When you look at sports, a lot of the time people don't say sports as a game, but real sports people know that sports is not just a game. There are a lot of nuances to sports that we can apply to life. When you think of these persons that I've mentioned before, you realize they have been discarded, right? They have been traded, whatever it is, by their previous situation because their current situation, or people in charge of their current situation, think that they can do better. So if they let these people go, they will be better. However, these people have went on to thrive in a different location. The point is, never give up, no matter what people say. That's one thing that we learn from sports. That's one thing that we learn from this situation. You might be in a job, you might be in a situation with your family, you might be in a situation with even in your relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a marriage, whatever it is, and person start to count you out, person start to berate you, person start to undervalue what you bring to the table, and kind of like discard you. Never lose faith in yourself because you might go to the next situation and be great. Remember that. Don't be disheartened when you are treated unfairly or handed the wrong side of the stick, so to speak. Never be disheartened. Take the wrong side of the stick with them gear, right? And show them say, even with the wrong side of the stick, you still return the stick in a winning stick. A lot of times, in life, people deal with us in an unfair way. People make it seem like what it is that we bring to the table is nothing. Sometimes you work your tail off, You work your tail off. And people are going to make it seem as if you're just not enough. You just don't add up. Right? You have a friend who you want them to come from far and then all of a sudden, them just stop deal with you, stop talk to you. because you don't add up and you see them start roll with some new people. Let them go on. Let them go on. It may be for the best, because now you stand a chance to go and shine somewhere else, find some new friends, be in the Super Bowl, so to speak. Another point is your next situation is your best situation. This current situation, as good as you might think it is, and sometimes afraid, think about that decision. You're doing a deadbeat job, right? You're going nowhere. There's no promotion. There's nowhere. You have hit a ceiling, right? Or the employers make you feel like you hit a ceiling. And you say, man, think about them time that when the money done, finances low, the bills can't pay. The kids them, you look on the kids them and you say, man, the kids them not eat right. I not get to feed them right because I have the funds. Don't beat yourself up. Don't put yourself down. Keep your head up. Keep your chin up. 10 toes down. Chest out. And keep pushing. Because know that the next situation that you have is your best situation. Just like Sam Darnold, just like Cooper Cup, just like Stephon Diggs, just like Mike Vrabel, your next situation is your best situation. Sometimes when it is that you are forced out, they're actually forcing you into a blessing. This is sometimes when people fight you out, when people take all of the good work where you bring to the table, roll it up like on paper and throw it in the garbage bin and laugh. I say, oh, you were once good, but you no longer add up. Don't be disheartened. A time for you to leave there, son. And because you never did leave, God help you to leave. Force you out of that situation and push you into the next situation, which is going to be great. Push you into your blessing. So take to heart. The Super Bowl going to be fun, going to be great. But remember that some of these persons that you'll be seeing on the field on Sunday are persons who have overcome adversities and berate them, or underrate them, or underappreciate them, and they still kept rising, they still kept pushing. As I said before, keep your chin up, chest out, 10 toes down, keep going, never stop. Never, never, never stop. Never doubt yourself, not for 1 second, right? Just keep going. So this is what I want to talk about for today on the Waddup WELLO podcast. Big up everybody who listen. Big up to the producer. Big up to the persons who send in all of the congrats and all of the big ups. Big up to the fans and big up to everybody, right? Love you know. As I said, keep it 1, keep it 3, keep it going. Peace.